What if the biggest reason you feel tired, slow, or not quite yourself anymore isn't your age? What if it's your breakfast? I know that sounds strange, but after working with men for over 25 years as a board-certified urologist and men's health expert, I've learned something that most doctors never talk about. The first thing you eat in the morning can either energize your body or quietly sabotage it. Here's the truth. Most men over 60 are unknowingly starting their day in a way that restricts blood flow to their legs, lower back, and yes, even down there. And when circulation slows down, so does everything else. Your energy, your confidence, your intimacy. But it doesn't have to be that way. You don't need pills. You don't need expensive supplements. You just need to start your day with the right fuel. Before we go further, make a commitment. If you care about your body, hit the subscribe button now, because what you're about to learn could change your mornings forever. Not next week, not when I get around to it, now. In this video, I'm going to walk you through 5 simple, natural foods you can eat in the morning to improve blood flow, nerve function, muscle strength, and even bedroom performance. No side effects, no shame, no hype. These aren't superfoods you've never heard of. These are real foods you might already have in your kitchen, and when you eat them in the right way, and at the right time, your body begins to respond. Some of my patients have seen results in just 7 days. Not because they did something extreme, but because they made one simple change. Now, if you're thinking, but I'm too old for this, let me stop you right there. You're not too old. You're not too far gone. And it's definitely not too late. Your body is still capable of feeling strong, mobile, and alive. It's just waiting for you to give it what it needs. So let's dive in, starting with one food that might just be sitting in your fridge right now. Let's start with something simple, something you might already have in your fridge right now: whole eggs. Now I know what you're thinking. Eggs? Really? That's your big secret? Yes, and here's why. Whole eggs, especially when eaten within an hour of waking, are one of the most complete and powerful foods for men over 60 who want to restore their energy, strengthen circulation, and feel confident again in their own body. I've worked with hundreds of men who told me the same story. They felt stiff in the mornings. They struggled with low back tightness. Their legs felt heavy. And yes, they noticed less sensation, weaker function, and lower confidence in the bedroom. And do you know what most of them had in common? They were either skipping breakfast completely or starting their day with something like toast and coffee, meals with almost zero real nutrition. But when I got them to add 2 simple boiled eggs, yolk and all, something incredible started happening. Let me tell you about Mark. He was 69 years old, retired teacher, told me he hadn't felt morning energy in over a year. He needed help pushing himself out of bed every day, and he assumed it was just part of getting older. I looked at his daily routine and saw one big red flag. He drank black coffee and nothing else until lunchtime. So I gave him a small challenge. Eat 2 whole eggs within 30 minutes of waking up. No sugar, no toast, just the eggs and maybe a cup of warm water. 2 weeks later, he came back and said, "Doc, something's waking up. I'm not even using my hand to push off the mattress anymore. What about you? Are you skipping breakfast or just grabbing toast? Try what Mark did. 2 eggs within 30 minutes of waking. Do it for just 3 days. Then tell me what happens in the comments. Let's get you moving again, starting tomorrow." And within a month, he said his wife noticed a big difference, not just in his energy, but in the way he moved, the way he stood, the way he carried himself. So, what is it about eggs that makes them so powerful? It's not just the protein, though that helps. Whole eggs are packed with, and vitamin D supports testosterone production and vascular health. Choline, critical for nerve communication and sexual response. Vitamin B12 boosts red blood cell formation and oxygen transport. Leucine, an amino acid that repairs and maintains muscle, especially in the pelvic floor. And why does that matter? Because your pelvic floor muscles are responsible for more than just posture. They support erections. They help you control your bladder. They stabilize your hips and spine when you walk, climb stairs, or even sit down. When these muscles get weak, everything else suffers. But when they get the nutrients they need, like from whole eggs, they can wake back up and work again. In fact, One clinical study found that men who ate 2 boiled eggs daily for 2 weeks showed improved blood vessel flexibility and better blood flow, especially in the lower body. And here's the best part. You don't need supplements. You don't need complicated recipes. You just need 2 eggs, boiled, poached, scrambled, it doesn't matter. Eat the yolks. That's where the nutrients are. Eat them early. That's when your body is most ready to use them. And stay consistent, not perfect, because small actions done daily beat big promises that never happen. Now, if eggs help build the muscles that support strength and confidence, then oats and chia seeds work on something just as important, your arteries. Why does that matter? Because your arteries are the highways that deliver oxygen-rich blood throughout your body, to your legs, your brain, your heart, and yes, to your pelvic area too. If those highways are clogged, stiff, or inflamed, it doesn't matter how strong your muscles are, the blood can't get where it needs to go. That's where oats come in. Oats are rich in a type of soluble fiber called beta-glucan. This fiber doesn't just help with digestion, it acts like a gentle scrub brush, physically cleaning the inside of your arteries and helping to lower bad cholesterol. In fact, clinical studies show that eating oats daily can significantly reduce LDL cholesterol, improve blood pressure, and increase blood vessel flexibility. For men over 60, this means more circulation, better energy, and improved response where it matters most. But oats alone aren't enough. To really take it to the next level, you need to top them with chia seeds. Chia seeds are tiny powerhouses. They're packed with magnesium, relaxes blood vessels and supports nerve health, and potassium, helps regulate blood pressure and fluid balance. Omega-3 fatty acids, reduce inflammation and improve heart health. When you combine oats and chia seeds, you're creating the perfect circulation breakfast. The oats clean your arteries. The chia seeds nourish your blood vessels and reduce inflammation. Together, they create smoother, faster blood flow, especially to the lower body. Let me tell you about Sam, 72. He came into my clinic frustrated and withdrawn, told me he had given up on intimacy, said he used to feel strong and driven, but now everything felt dull and disconnected. I asked him what he was eating for breakfast. His answer? Frosted in cereal and coffee. That was the first thing we changed. I told him to switch to a warm bowl of oats with a spoonful of chia seeds, a sprinkle of cinnamon, and a handful of frozen blueberries. If that sounds like something you need, try it tomorrow. Warm oats, chia seeds, no sugar, no gimmicks, just real food working for your real body. Just 2 weeks later, he told me, "Dr. Jane, my hands and feet aren't cold anymore." 4 weeks after that, he looked me in the eyes and said, "I actually look forward to mornings again." Let that sink in. This man was about to give up on intimacy, and now he wakes up excited for the day. That's what breakfast can do when done right, so don't put it off. Your next bowl could be the turning point. Now, let's talk about something that might surprise you: watermelon. You probably think of it as a light summer fruit, sweet, juicy, and refreshing. But inside that bright red flesh lies a powerful compound that can boost blood flow, improve stamina, and even mimic the effects of certain prescription medications, all without the side effects. That compound is called L-citrulline. L-citrulline is a natural amino acid found in watermelon, especially concentrated in the white rind, the part most people throw away. When your body digests L-citrulline, it converts it into another amino acid called L-arginine. From there, L-arginine boosts the production of nitric oxide, or NO, a gas that signals your blood vessels to relax and expand. Why is that important? Because nitric oxide is what allows for healthy circulation and vascular response, particularly in the lower body. In fact, it's the same mechanism used by many well-known ED medications. But here's the good news. You don't need a prescription to feel results. You just need a few slices of watermelon. Yes, even the rind. That's where the magic hides. For best results, watermelon should be eaten first thing in the morning, ideally on an empty stomach or right before your main breakfast. This ensures better absorption and a faster nitric oxide response. And do not skip the rind. That pale white section between the juicy red and the green skin. That's where the L-citrulline is most concentrated. You can blend it into a smoothie, slice it finely, or chew it along with the flesh. It might not be as sweet, but your body will thank you for it. Let me tell you about Bill, age 66. He came to see me about low energy and trouble waking up in the mornings, and not just mentally. He was frustrated, embarrassed, and ready to give up. I suggested something simple. Eat a bowl of watermelon every morning for 7 days. Include some of the white rind. No caffeine, no pills, just watermelon. This is not a theory, it's a protocol. 7 days, real food, empty stomach. Write it down and commit now. Not after this video ends, not next week. Your body needs circulation support today. 5 days later, he called my office laughing. "Doc," he said, "something's definitely waking up down there. I haven't felt this in years." He wasn't imagining it. His capillaries were opening. His blood was flowing. His body was responding, all because he gave it the right compound at the right time. Don't underestimate watermelon. It's more than fruit, it's fuel for blood flow, for recovery, for confidence. And the best part? It's delicious. Make it part of your morning tomorrow. Your future self will thank you. By now, we've talked about foods that open up your arteries, restore nerve function, and wake up your muscles. But let's be honest, even with great circulation, your body still needs stability, especially in the morning. That's where this next combination comes in. Steamed sweet potato with a pinch of Celtic sea salt. It may sound unusual at first, but this warm, grounding breakfast edition is one of the most underrated ways to improve balance, reduce stiffness, and support hydration and nerve signaling, all without caffeine or sugar crashes. Let's break it down. Why sweet potatoes? Sweet potatoes are loaded with complex carbohydrates, which break down slowly in your body, giving you steady energy instead of a quick spike and crash. This is crucial for older adults who often struggle with morning fatigue, brain fog, heavy legs, or wobbly balance. They also provide potassium for muscle contraction and heart rhythm. The vitamin B6 supports nerve health and mood. A manganese helps with energy production and joint strength. But maybe the most important benefit? Sweet potatoes replenish glycogen, the fuel your muscles need to fire, especially when standing, walking, or climbing stairs. Why Celtic salt? Celtic sea salt is not your typical white table salt. It's unrefined, mineral-rich, and sun-dried, containing over 80 trace minerals like magnesium, calcium, and iron, all vital for electrolyte balance, nerve conduction, cellular hydration. Here's what most men don't know. Even mild dehydration in the morning can trigger stiffness, grogginess, and poor circulation. Adding a small pinch of Celtic salt helps your body hold on to water and keep those muscles firing. Now let me share the story of Thomas, 71 years old. He came to me with a common complaint. "Doc, every time I get out of bed, I have to hold the nightstand just to stay steady." We reviewed his routine. No breakfast. Just cold orange juice. Nothing warm, nothing mineral-rich, no fuel. So I gave him one simple challenge. Eat half a steamed sweet potato within 30 minutes of waking. Drink warm water with a pinch of Celtic salt. That's it. 3 days later, he called. "Dr. Jane," he said, "this morning I got up and didn't even touch the nightstand. First time in years." That's the kind of shift that can happen fast. When you give your body what it actually needs, not sugar, not caffeine, just minerals, fuel, and warmth. And the best part? You can prep it the night before, store in the fridge, and reheat in 30 seconds. Celtic salt, available in every health food aisle. This is not complicated, but it is effective. Tomorrow morning, not next week, give your nerves and balance a fighting chance. Swap the juice for sweet potato, ditch the stiffness, stand tall, walk easy, start today. You've now learned about 4 powerful foods that can improve circulation, muscle function, and confidence. But here's something just as important as what you eat, when you eat it. Because timing is everything, especially in the first 60 minutes after you wake up. I call it the golden window. This is the hour where your blood vessels are most open, your nerves are most responsive, your muscles are most ready to receive nutrients. But if you skip this window, if you delay breakfast or grab something empty like toast or juice, you miss the chance to set your body up for strength, balance, and energy for the whole day. Why does this happen? Because overnight, your body goes into a natural fasting state. Glycogen drops, hydration drops, your system is running low. And that's exactly why so many older men wake up feeling groggy, stiff, sluggish, disconnected. But the moment you eat, and eat smart, your system reboots. Blood flow improves, muscles begin recharging, nerves fire again, mood lifts, confidence rises, and you don't need a complicated diet. You just need to act, not tomorrow, not next Monday, tomorrow morning. Here's your simple action plan. Starting tomorrow, within 60 minutes of waking, eat 2 whole eggs, boiled, poached, or scrambled, or a bowl of oats plus chia seeds plus cinnamon, or a few slices of watermelon, include the white rind, or half a steamed sweet potato plus pinch of Celtic salt. Set a reminder tonight. Prep your choice now. Commit. Because this isn't just breakfast. This is your first victory of the day. This is you telling your body, we're not done yet. Final truth. You don't need perfect. You need consistent. Small actions, done daily. That's how men rebuild strength at 60, 70, even 80. I've seen it over and over. The ones who decide to begin, they win. Not because they're special. Not because they had perfect routines. But because they didn't wait. So let me ask you, clearly, will you begin tomorrow morning? Will you take 5 minutes to fuel your body, instead of hoping things improve on their own? Because your next chapter doesn't begin in a clinic or a pill bottle. It begins in your kitchen with your fork and your belief. And remember this, if you've made it this far, you still care. Which means one thing, you haven't given up. Your body still wants to heal. It's waiting. Right now. Recap, your power breakfasts. Whole eggs for muscle and testosterone support. Oats for chia seeds, clean arteries and reduce inflammation. Watermelon, increase nitric oxide and blood flow. Sweet potato, Celtic salt, stabilize minerals and nerve function. Eat within 60 minutes of waking, the golden window. Do this now. Pick one. Prep it tonight, eat it tomorrow. Don't wait for motivation. Let the habit build momentum for you. One meal, one choice, one morning at a time. Because this is not the end. It's the beginning. Your next act starts right now. Let's go.